We are live. What's going on, everyone? Thank you all so very much for tuning in at this time. Everyone that's here at this time, thank you so much. Anybody that's watching this on replay, again, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I am 16 subs away from 17K, so I'm right there. What a great game, right? None of the starters outside of D'Lo. So we saw no Jared Vanderbilt, saw no LeBron, no AD, no Austin Reeves. And we still controlled that game start to finish against Sacramento starters. Again, it's preseason, so I don't want to get too crazy with it. But it was really nice. And we saw a lot of nice, positive takeaways from just what we saw with the Lakers this game. This was a very good, just promising game for what should be a very good season for the Lakers. D'Angelo Russell continues to just be ridiculous and impress heavily. He finished with in 20 minutes, he finished with 21 points, 8 assists, 3 rebounds. I mean, the guy was ridiculous. 40% from 3, 66% from 2. Just absolute money. Outside of that, Christian Wood had a much better game this game. He actually looked solid this game. He ended up with 13 points, 4 rebounds, and he also was 71% from the field, a 5 of 7. Still, trying to find his groove there a little bit, but I liked what we saw from him. Rui looks dominant. Taurean Prince continues to really shine. Jackson Hayes continues to just display that hustle and that drive and stuff. I'm really loving what we're seeing from just everybody, right? Gabe Vincent had himself a game. He finished with 18 points. Just a nice all-around game from everybody that we saw today. And I'm pumped. I'm excited and looking forward to it. But diving into the chat here. Sorry, just bear with me 1 second here. Let me just go in. All right, perfect. But diving in the chat, D'Lo is the Ice Mamba. He looks amazing. What is going on? Appreciate you being here. How are you? Got the win. South Bay brought it home. They did. I'm telling you, our G League team is going to be nice. Real nice. Real nice. Maxwell Lewis is nice. He is. Maxwell Lewis looks really good. Really good. He's one of the guys that I'm really high on. I actually think Maxwell Lewis is going to be a real key piece for now and the future. I think he's going to be a guy that has a lot of potential. I was asked in the watch-along stream, who am I more high on? Maxwell Lewis or Jalen Hood-Schifino. And I mean, I said this when we drafted them, that I thought Maxwell Lewis is the guy with the most potential and upside. I really liked the Lewis pickup personally. But yeah, Lewis was awesome. He was. Max Lewis might be better than Christie. I mean, you never know. It's not impossible. Christie's struggled a little bit again this game. His first game, though, was fantastic, and I do expect him to pick it up. But look, if either of them turn out to be anything good, anything special, that's good for the Lakers, right? That's what we need. We need some of these young guys to really start coming around as these top-notch just players, right? So this Lakers team is extremely deep. The fact that Austin Reeves, Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and Jared Vanderbilt didn't play, and we still had 5+ guys in double digits, second game in a row. It is. I mean, it's chef kiss. Seriously. This is just, it's beautiful to see. And this is what's going to propel us throughout the course of the season. This is what's going to really make us and give us those advantages and those edges over all these other teams, right? All these other teams the Suns have to play their big three heavy minutes, right? The Celtics have to play their guys heavy minutes. Dame and Giannis are going to have to play heavy minutes. The Lakers, I mean, Anthony Davis and LeBron James most nights might only have to play 20 minutes, right? Because we just have enough depth, size, talent, versatility. We have enough, right? So to me, that's kind of what it is about, Yeah, this is a good year to be a part of the Lake Show. Yep, 110 and 3/4 last game and another 110 a day without 4 starters, which is, again, absolutely beautiful. Keep in mind this rotation players that are doing this. Yeah. Maxwell Lewis and Christie are similar looking. Not gonna lie, yeah, you can see the similarity, and they're both named Max. So, what's going on? All right, appreciate you being here. Damn, Mookie 0-11 for the series. Damn, big time shows. I know, and they lost. It's just no mames. That's what that is. Some people on Twitter were already turning on Max. It's silly. Welcome to the world of the Lakers, right? Against a legit playoff team. Yep, facts. Max Christie needs to focus on defense, 3-point shooting in the game. I mean, look, we saw how good he can be in the first game. He's just got to continue to let the game come to him. You know, it's bad. Like, everyone has bad stretches. Everyone has bad moments. I fully expect him to kind of get back into the swing of things, get back into the fold of things, and kind of right the ship here. You know, I do. Let's see. Lewis looks the most ready. I think if the playoffs started today, Lewis could sneak some minutes in, just like Lonnie Bands in the fourth. I mean, he looks really good. I mean, after game one, you could have argued Max Christie, right? Max Christie looked fantastic in game one. I mean, he was defending at a high level, hitting shots, being a 3-level scorer, all that stuff. The way I look at it is if we have to rely on any of those guys this year, that means something went wrong and we're in trouble. So I love what we're seeing from these kids, and I hope that they continue to grow, continue to develop, continue to enhance their games and stay ready. You know, so on any given night, any given moment, they can come in, they can step in and play a quality role. But if we end up having to play, Lewis or something with all the depth we have in this roster, then that's tough. Jalen looks a little rough. He just needs to slow it down. JHS is fine. He's not letting the game come to him. I mean, we saw it last year with Max Christie. We saw it Reeves' rookie year with Reeves. Like, see that with a lot of these young guys, right? They come in the league, they're trying to prove themselves. They're trying to prove that they can play basketball. They're trying to do a little too much instead of just taking a step back, breathe a little, let things kind of unfold and come to you, and he'll be fine. I don't know if I already sent this in the chat, but lesson learned here. Sasha Minkov is not better than Austin Reeves. Facts. Christie's ball handling is too slow. He doesn't make quick enough decisions. It'll come in time, though. I like his development, though. Yeah, he took huge strides between last year and this year. So showed up on the scouting report. Yeah. If we beat the Bucks on Sunday, I'm going into the season on cloud 9. I want to see how competitive we are. Forget the preseason. Well, Giannis and Dame are supposed to play that first game together. I wonder if that's why they sat out all the starters. Because it's like, okay, well, we're gonna have to go play Dame and Giannis, so let's have everyone play then. I'm curious to see how we look. I'm curious to see how we play. Such a delightful victory for the Lakers. I really enjoyed what I saw in this game. Just now, Wood is starting to find his role. Excellent leadership from D'Lo and a promising lineup of rookies. Beautifully put. I absolutely love how you put that. I'm with you 100%. Maxwell might surprise Reddish in the rotation. I mean, the way Maxwell's looking, no mommy. Lakers' depth are way better than Clippers' depth. Agreed. Is bruh wearing a Japanese dude? You just saw me in the other stream. Yeah, wearing DBZ shirt. DBZ all the way. Max is the new D'Lo for the Lakers. Wishy-washy fans. He just looked great the other day. Gabe Vincent shows the form he displayed when he was with Miami, which is why I think I've talked about this. I really do believe that he is the better fit. Like, I like Dennis Schroeder. I think Dennis Schroeder could have had the potential to play a big role for the Lakers this year. But Gabe Vincent's going to be more consistent, and he's going to fit in better. Right? He doesn't really need the ball as much. We saw him playing off the ball a lot, but he can initiate the offense, play some solid defense, hit the 3 ball. He is the perfect sort of point guard with a roster full of Austin Reeves, D'Angelo Russell, and LeBron James. Right, his ability to knock down shots, stuff like that. I know that bald head from anywhere. I can spot that beard from anywhere rather. Lack of beard. Lakers look great. Yeah, absolutely. I love what we're seeing. The Bucks Lakers game will just be a preview of what the actual season will be, win or loss. It will be a great game. Yeah, I'm curious to see how much they actually play Dame and how much they actually play Giannis. Because yes, they're going to be thrown into this game, but do they play heavy minutes, or is it something where they just kind of throw them out there for 10 minutes just to kind of appease fans? That's something that I'm interested in. I wish Wood could hit some more threes. It'll come around. I mean, he was 38% for his career. I expect him to bounce back. No need to bash Max Christie. He will progress just fine. Some THC explosive, but lacks control. He will continue to learn. Like I said, he looked great in the first game. He'll be fine. Looked off Christie one more time, and it made me so mad. Yeah. Again, JHS is just trying to do a little too much. Play the game. Should we forget about Cole Schwider? Yes. How was it? I watched the Aces smack the Liberty. Yeah, I was keeping an eye on that, and then I had like the Dodgers game on the other TV. It was nice. Lakers looked great. I loved how we looked. I loved how we played. Everyone did a good job. I think JHS can mimic a lot of what Dennis did, except he's 6'6". When his game slows down for him, it'll get scary. Yeah, it'll come with time. Everything comes with time. It's just being patient. I might have been at the other stream, but your stream software showing chats covers the shirt perfectly. You just a floating head. Oh, nice. That makes sense. I think we need one more big. Another big would be nice. I'm sure the Lakers, it'll kind of be like a wait and see with the Lakers is my guess. I think the Lakers will go and look for, and keep an eye on what is in need this offseason. This season. And then come the trade deadline or come the buyout market or whatever ends up developing, that's when I think the Lakers will end up making a decision and trying to find somebody that can come in and kind of fit a role or play a role. I was wondering why I heard your voice twice. You have the stream going on multiple channels. I do. I tested it the other day and it worked great and no issues, no hiccups or nothing. So, I have a lot of people that are subscribed to both channels, but I got a lot of people that are on one channel and not this channel. So the fact that I can stream the watch along stream and the post game stream on both Laker channels, beautiful thing. I love that. So, yeah. So whichever channel you're watching on, take a second, hit that like button. It really does help me out a lot, and subscribe to the channel. I am 16 subscribers away from 17K on As It Stands Lakers. So looking like a bust. He's not. He's fine. He's a rookie. You could have said the same thing about a lot of players. You could have said the same thing about Giannis his rookie year. Now look, tripping me out. Yeah. Stuttering Ann. But overall, I did. I like what we're seeing so far, right? Guys are being aggressive. Guys are starting to fill each other out, right? Because that's what preseason's all about. Get comfortable, build that familiarity, right? Build that chemistry and that system. And, I'm not worried about the starters, right? We saw how the starters looked against the Brooklyn Nets in a limited span. And in that limited span, they won by 19. So it's not like a real worry for me, in my opinion. But I want to see them kind of, continue to grow, right? Preseason's about doing the things that you're really good at and building on those things. And then the bad things that you need to continue to work on, you just continue to build that, right? If that makes sense. Oh my God, this is the dealer we need in the regular season. Facts. I am with you 100%. The 76ers and Celtics played sort of hard in their game today. I've been noticing some energy, at least from the crowds, if nothing else, during the preseason games. I mean, look, I've talked about this before. NFL's preseason was unwatchable this year. It was terrible. NBA preseason has looked pretty good, pretty comparative. competitive. Same, but different. same, but different. Uh, what's your other channel? So I have a couple other channels. So I have this. Well, depending on which one you're watching on, but I got As It Stands Lakers. I'm on As It Stands Lakers. So yeah, I have As It Stands Lakers. I have another Laker channel called AIS The Lakers Show. Originally, I was supposed to do it with me and a friend of mine. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to do it anymore, and it was already monetized, and I already had like 3,000 subs or whatever at the time, so I didn't want to just like let it go. So I have that channel too, and I try to like talk about different things on each one, right? Kind of keep them different, so that way, like if you're subscribed to both, you're not listening to the same thing. Every once in a while, yes, of course, like if it's big news or something important, then yeah, I will. But for the most part, I try to keep those separate. And then I have As It Stands Sports, and that channel is basically everything else but the Lakers. Here, I'll let me. I don't. YouTube changed how you can post links, so I don't know if you can do it the way you used to be able to. But here's. Give me 1 second, and then I'll catch up with the chat. Here's As It Stands Lakers, depending on which channel you're watching on. As It Stands Lakers. Here is the Lakers show. And then let me do the regular As It Stands. Bear with me 1 second. Oh. There we go. And then perfect. So these are all the channels that I am a part of and running and building and growing and all that stuff. So if you want to take a second and subscribe to all those, I would greatly appreciate it. You guys are awesome. But back to chat. Is Jake ever going to rejoin you? I mean, he might like occasionally here and there, but as far as like regularly being on the channel, no, probably not. Again, he ended up getting a couple things. I don't know what he wants me to put out in the world, so I'll be careful with it. But he's got some stuff that he's doing and some plans and things that he's working on and he's building on that he just wanted to do, and I absolutely respect that. Not everyone wants to do the YouTube thing full time, so for me, it's something that I'm committed to. I want to grow. That's why I have the various channels that you see, and I'm working hard trying to grow the brand, grow the network, hopefully expand, branch out, get other people under the umbrella, and maybe do this for a living. That's the plan. The only thing I see when we need to work on is having a little more presence with Hood. Yeah, he's got to learn to. He's got to learn to just kind of just take things in stride. You know what I mean? So far, Lakers look decent. Kings are a great team. Yes, agree. Lakers all the way. Bench unit besides run looks like a different team. Rui looks like a different. Look like it's different square. Yeah. Gonna follow them all. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Genuinely, I really do. Again, I try to, keep everything different. The two Laker channels are exactly what they are. Laker channels. As It Stands, sports. Talk about everything else. I'm gonna rant about the Dodgers tomorrow morning. Have that video up, and then the AIS podcast. That's the one that I eventually want to branch out into like other networks and get other people involved. Right now, I just do like a monthly or bi-weekly based on the news. I'll probably post more regularly, but like an hour-long videos, like longer videos, where these ones are all just like 10 to 20-minute stuff like that. So each one is its own thing. Each one does its own thing. Again, just trying to grow and expand and build my little network here is the plan. Done. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Rui is 6th man of the year. I could absolutely see him being in that. Guy pumping out channels like children. Hey, the way I look at it is like, now I got 5 kids, so when they get older, each kid can run a channel for me. So then all I have to do is just be the face. I just come on and boom, that's it. And then got free slave labor. It's wonderful. I believe the Lakers going to be better team in the playoffs. Agreed. I really do. I really like what we're seeing from the Lakers so far. And I think they're just. I mean, look, you got to look at this. You got to imagine the longer that they go on this season, the better they will get, right? Because that's usually how it works. They're just going to only build more chemistry. They're going to build better understanding. They're going to continue to just grow and blossom and develop. And those are the things that I really like to see with this team. See that chemistry keep building. See that the the speaking without speaking. If you get what I'm saying. Like, that was one of the things that the Lakers hit on and made a point with you know with Denver was they had a real problem with Denver's chemistry. Like, they just knew where everyone was before they were there. They knew that this was the problem, that was the problem. Like, and that's something that I imagine is going to be a thing. One of them kids becomes a professional athlete, probably. I sure hope so. Right, that's the goal. See, that's my dream. Is like I look at it as like if the more kids I have, the more likely that one of them will be rich enough to where I can just do nothing and just live off of them for the rest of my life. Right, that's the goal. Pump out kids. One of them have to be, or do it like this: if you have like 10 kids and they're all average, that equals like one really rich kid, and then everyone pays their tithes and we're good. I'm joking for the side of the internet that doesn't understand sarcasm, but yeah. Hi Tyler, what's up? Of course I remember you. How are you? I see you in the comments still all the time. As Sans OG is meat. Yep. Appreciate it. I remember when you had 500 subs. Well, thank you. I do. I remember it came fast. I'm almost at 17K. What am I at right now? I am that whole thing just came like crazy fast. I'm 16 subscribers away from 17K. So if you're not subscribed and you're watching this, take a quick second and subscribe. Also, be mindful, not just for my channel, but for other channels. YouTube loves to unsubscribe people. And I've had a couple people tell me in the comments, like, I hadn't seen your videos in a while and it unsubscribed me for whatever reason. And it does it. Like, I know other YouTubers that have the same problem, same complaints, same everything. So, just be mindful, not just for my channel, but for like anybody that you're subscribed to. Just something. Your kids are going to unionize. That was great. It's a great comment. That's their plan. I plan on squashing that before it happens, right? So that's when I have the power and the money, it's hard to unionize, right? Well, I have like weekly meetings and get the other kids to bid against Chile. You don't want to do this. Unionizing. That was a good comment. Way better team. No play in this if this continues playing. Yeah. There should be zero reason that the Lakers are in the play-in this year. Go on strike and demand higher wages. Prince might steal the starting job. I wouldn't be surprised. Look, I've talked about it. I don't like the idea of Rui starting. Not because I don't think Rui's great. I think Rui is fantastic. I just think if Rui starts, he's going to be relegated to be in a spot up 3-and-D type player, and that's not his game. If Rui's in the starting lineup, his job is just going to be to stand in the corner and jack up threes and defend. It's not his game. So my thing is, like, if you're going to try to turn Rui into basically Jared Vanderbilt or Taurean Prince, those are the two guys you should start, and then Rui Hachimura can be that ace off the bench and try to go get the sixth man of the year or whatever. I wonder if we have one of those seasons full of win streaks, maybe a quick 10-2 record. That would be a great sign. Consistency is key at Lake Show this year, cruising at high altitude. I'm with you, Cash. I would love to see the Lakers. So first 10 games, I said that I think that they go 7-3, and I still kind of lean towards that. I think that they go 7-3 through the first 10 games, but I would love, a 9-1, 8-2, 10-0, something like that, really just kind of establish and, give us the oh no, we here type thing. I really think that we beat Denver, like genuinely. Like I'm like so much so I'm going to bet pretty good amount on it, and we'll talk about it. I'll do a whole video about it. What do you think about our defense today? I thought it was better than it's been the last few days. I mean, we've had our moments, but again, it's preseason. Nobody's really going 100%. Like even all the teams we play, you see them in a minute or two here, they're locking down defensively, and then the next few minutes, like they kind of lighten up. You're not like closing out as hard as you would in the regular season. If a guy beats you, you're kind of just like, all right, you got me this possession. We saw that a couple times with the Lakers where they got backdoored instead of challenging it. They just kind of conceded the bucket, things like that. But I think it's looking good, but I want better. I definitely think it's something we need to hit harder on. Way better team, hands down. No plan. Yep. Prince needs to start. I don't mind that. Divide and conquer. I want to see LeVar Ball in the WNBA with full-on Joanna Man. Wouldn't be any better than them, but would be comical. Just straight up Joanna Man. that would be pretty funny. That would be pretty good. But I do. I really like what we're seeing so far with the Lakers. I really like how the depth is really standing out. The depth is really showing. You're seeing the progress each game, seeing guys that started off a little rocky now picking it up and turning it around. And I just, again, keep building and keep establishing good habits, right? Keep working on the things that you need to have going into the season. The things that are a little rocky right now, work on. Like I mentioned, the defense a little bit. I'd like to see them kind of, be more disciplined on the defensive side. I think they're fine defensively. I just think that they need to be a little more disciplined is something. But no, all in all, I think we're looking good. Jackson fell quite a bit on defense. Yeah. I mean, Torian Prince has had rough games. Looking like Christian Wood couldn't get a foul call for like 3 straight games. He got a couple towards the end of this game, but man, I think it's just discipline. It's just staying disciplined. Jackson Hayes is probably going to do that. Like, I expect Torian Prince to be better at defending without fouling, but Jackson Hayes, that's kind of something that comes with him. It's just the timing. He's 23 years old. He needs to, understand timing, understand, discipline on the defensive side. But he'll be fine. Agreed. I really hope we come out swinging this year straight up. I think LeBron, in his wisdom, is probably preaching that as well. I know he wants to rest around January, February. Absolutely. Rich Paul told me, well, that's my source. Hey, I completely get it, right? That's the idea, is to have LeBron James as rested and healthy as possible. I mean, all we've heard all offseason is that LeBron looks rejuvenated, revigorated. He's ready to go, all that stuff. And I mean, he said it. He said, when I saw Rob Pelinka put together this roster, it lit a fire under me, and because he knows, he's looking at this and going, oh man, like, we have a team that can win and compete. And on top of having a team that can win and compete, we also have enough depth to where I can rest and not like overexert myself. D'Lo looked good. His defense looks better from last season. Yeah, he looks committed on the defense side. He just looks committed, period. I really like what we're seeing from him. I really do. D'Lo is just he looks good. You get a WNBA team with retired age ballers like Uncle Drew, but have it be like Shaq, Charles, LeVar, Ryan Hollins, and Big Burke. Yeah, the coach, Kitty and Ernie. That'd be funny for like a charity game or something, or like an all-star weekend or whatever. Jalen Hood reminds me of Lonzo Ball. I can understand that, like the size-wise and kind of the way that they play. He doesn't have the passing and vision that Lonzo has. Like, that's one thing about Lonzo. He has like generational vision when it comes to just playmaking. I mean, he looks really good, really good. Let's see. Do you think our defense will be top 5 this season? I do. I personally think we'll be number 1 defense overall, but I think at worst we'll be top 3. I think personally we'll be top 5 in offense, top 5 in defense. Where in that scale, we'll see, but I think we'll be top 5 in both. To put that in perspective, last year, the only team that was top 5 in offense and defense was the Boston Celtics last year. No other team was top 5 in both. I really think this Lakers team, because I don't think we're going to have a problem scoring. We have weapons all over the place, and I don't think we're going to be worse than top 5. We were the number 1 defense last year, and that was before we got all this size and stuff, right? So I think we'll be top 5 in both. Have you considered teaming up with others? And do you like what they do in Lakers Nation? You're talking about the YouTube channel? Like, if I consider teaming up with a YouTube channel? I've been on a couple other like YouTube channels, a couple other people's YouTube channels. Like, I'm not against it at all. Lakers Nation, I mean, yeah, I mean they're great. You know, Trevor and Sean and all them. Like they're kind of the standard, right? They're the ones that are the biggest. Like that's my goal is to get to their point at some point. As far as like working with them or collaborating with them, like I would love to at some point. I don't even know if they know who I am or even know about me. But you know, I've said it before. If you guys ever want me to do something like that, like reach out to them. You know, go in their chat, go in their comments. You know, tell them, let them. I'm not gonna invite myself. You know, I'm not gonna. Hey man, like I'd love to come on. Like you know, it's up to them if they like what I do over here and they want to invite me on or they want to come on here. I'm more than happy either way. I don't really. I'm all for it. I think that they do a great job. Um, I don't watch as much of them as I used to, just because I do it now, so I don't have the time, right? Like it's all I do is just basically eat, sleep, and create videos. But yeah, I mean, again, they're the gold standard, So I respect them heavily. Would be a great episode of Shaq and the Fool. It would be. Agreed. Remember, we used to celebrate 2-game win streak a year ago. Seriously, now it's like, and we don't have at least a 10-game. It's like Lakers suck. That's it. It's the trend all over again. Reminds me of Smart. That's a good comparison. Ryan Hollins getting posterized by Brittany Griner, and whoever could dunk in the WNBA, that'd be hilarious, right? Especially Ryan Hollins. JHS should be at the G League. That boy, if is horrible. I wouldn't say he's horrible. He's raw. He needs to work on his game. Lakers do have depth. Again, it's just everything will come. Everything takes time. It's all just patience and time. And guys take time to develop. People are talking about Austin Reeves being a bust. People are talking about Max Christie. And look, they both have really stood out. I mean, look at a guy like Giannis. When Giannis was drafted, people thought it was a waste of a draft pick, right? Like, who is this kid coming out? Like, you never know who that guy is going to be. I mean, Kobe was airballing free throws and jump shots and three-pointers and looked like, an 18-year-old kid that didn't even belong in the NBA. And this is why you don't draft 18-year-olds and all that stuff. And fast forward a couple years and all of a sudden, look, again, you never know what guy is going to turn into that guy. You never know who's going to be that guy that's, outside of LeBron James, it's been a crapshoot, right? Like outside of LeBron, it's like, what is it? Patron American. The Lakers depth is great for LeBron and 88 facts. Absolutely. Lakers 50 plus win season this season. I do. I think they win somewhere around 50, 55. We knew AI was going to pop off. Just didn't know he would never get a chip yet. I mean, AI was brilliant, but there were a lot of questions about AI too. Like, would he translate? Would his game translate? Is he too small for such a physical league and stuff like that? People are going to be hyping up JHS once he gets a random 20-point game. Oh, of course. That's how it goes. As soon as he has like a great game, all of a sudden, Lakers got the steal of the draft. He's the best player. That's it. Lakers got the GOAT. Michael Jordan, who? LeBron James, who? Like, that's exactly how it's going to go. You burnt toast. Just need to scrape off the top and it's good. Exactly. I'm still not used to us hitting so many threes. I've been preaching it all offseason. If you've been watching my videos, I'm telling you, Lakers are going to be a good defensive team. I'm not saying they're going to be top 3 or top 5 or anything like that, or not defense, three-point shooting team. I'm not saying they're going to be top 3 or top 5 in three-point shooting, but I think that they're going to be somewhere in that like 15 to 10 range at worst. They're going to be very good. It's going to come down to how bad is LeBron this year. Like, if LeBron is shooting 20% from 3 this year, because he's going to shoot another 7 a game. So if he shoots another 20%, that's going to just tank our three-point percentage. But we have like 4 guys that are going to shoot, 39 to 40+%. And then we have another 3 or 4 that are probably going to shoot 37 to 38%. I see Baby Joker and Colin Castleton. I say I call him Marc Gasol. He's a young Marc Gasol. I don't know. I don't. I mean, he's don't get me wrong. He looks really good, but Jokic is like next level. Where Marc Gasol was basically Jokic like, right? His passing ability, his ability to knock down the occasional outside shot, his ability to make plays out of the post, things like that. No LeBron, AD, Austin, no problem. Facts. Leg show, you gotta love it. He's shooting the lights out. That's pretty much all he provides. Luka was great out the gate, yeah. But he was a surprise though. Like Europe wise, he was fantastic. But we've seen a lot of like Ricky Rubio was like one of the most hyped European players ever. Tony Kukoc was literally the Michael Jordan of Europe before he went to the Bulls. Like we've seen a lot of like European players that were very good in these other leagues and were nowhere like even some of the other guys that were like they were good, really good in Europe and then came here and were like good. Like Luka is like ridiculous, right? Like that's somebody, but I do get your point. Like he was good out the gate, but he wasn't hyped like that. Like people were questioning why Atlanta even traded or why Dallas traded what's his name? Why am I blanking on his name? Atlanta's guard. I don't know why I'm blanking on his name. But anyway, yeah. The whole trade that they did. Swider is shooting 100% this season on 5 games. Will LeBron shoot 30% on threes? We need him at least like 30. Trae Young, thank you so much. God, I don't know why like that name just flew out of my head. I had him in my head and it went away. Trae Young, I don't know why I blanked on that so bad. Thank you. That was driving me crazy. But yeah, anyway, people were wondering how could you trade him for Luka? That was the worst. That's going to end up being the worst trade ever. Blah blah blah. Now, I mean, even like Porzingis, right? Like, I mean, he's not Luka standard, but people thought the Knicks were the dumbest team in the world for drafting Porzingis, and then all of a sudden he was a unicorn, right? You never know. Where were we? LeBron's going to let them no look threes fly fast. Who do you think Lakers will get for the 15th spot? I don't think they're going to sign anyone anytime soon. I think either A, they end up trading for a piece or two and then just kind of fill in the blanks, or they end up getting somebody on the buyout market, yet to be seen. I think they'll use the season to kind of fill out what do we need? What is it that we need to potentially get? Like, where are we lacking? Is it the center position? Is it like shooting guard position? Do we need another point guard, right? Because all you have is, D'Lo, Shafino, Gabe Vincent, who's not a great playmaker. Shafino, you don't really want to rely on. Austin Reeves can play that role, but I think they'll just be patient. Time will tell, though. Let's see. Praying for Reddish to recover. He needs to play at least one more preseason game. Gel team. I agree. And I mean, it's nothing like major. They're just being cautious. How could you pick Ayton over Trae and Luka? What if LeBron chose to come to the Lakers instead of the Heat? How many titles would LeBron and Kobe have won? I think I'll say this. I think if LeBron went and teamed up with Kobe, I think that they win all 4 years. I don't think, like, let's say the same thing happened. Let's say, LeBron, instead of going to Miami, came to the Lakers with, like, Powell and everybody like that. I don't see the Lakers lose. I think they win 4 straight. I think LeBron has, two more championships, maybe more. I had work tonight and wasn't able to catch the game. Glad I was able to listen to your stream to stay up to date. Also, glad we got the win. Well, thank you. First off, I appreciate you checking it out. And secondly, it was really nice to get the W. Let's give the Nuggets a good whooping. We do. I want them to get out there, and I want them to just smack them in the mouth. Like, for real, smack them. Do you think the Lakers will make any trades at the deadline? Not unless it's like a Kyrie or something like that. I think if it's just one of those things where you know the average guy is available or whatever, then no, I don't. But if say we can swap, Kyrie for D'Lo or whatever, and throw in another piece, I could see the Lakers doing that. The only way I see the Lakers making a real trade is if a player becomes available that makes sense for now and the future, right? Like say a Miles Turner. Let's say Miles Turner becomes available. I could see them going, okay, well, he could help now and kind of solve our Jokic problem this year, but he's also young enough to be our center alongside Anthony Davis for the future, right? I could see something like that. Outside of that, I think the only other option is a star. So I think they either make a trade because they find somebody long term, or they trade for another star. You like the Jazz? I do. I like OKC more, but I wouldn't be surprised if Utah is actually pretty good this year. Should the Lakers bring Kai the go? I actually made a video about this. I talked about it the other day, and then I made a video about it. I wouldn't want to bring him to the main roster. If it was me, I would tell him like, hey, go get your mind right, go do what you need to do, get everything in order, get everything ready together, and then once you get your head right, come back and we'll sign you. We'll sign him to the G League or something like that. I don't mind him as like a development big for the next like year or two. Kind of give you some Jackson Hayes insurance and stuff. Plus, Lakers could use another big man for the long term goal. So up in straight value, yeah, he's looking fantastic. Wood and Hayes are looking decent. Both seem to be trying more on defense, which I love. Wood looks like he actually cares about defense. Exactly, agreed. We need shooters, man. Buddy Hield, Malcolm. I wouldn't mind Buddy again, but the only way you could get him is to trade D'Lo, and D'Lo's better than Buddy. We don't need Kyrie anymore. We have depth, and Kyrie has an injury already, so I don't think he's worth it. I'm not saying we need him, but if Kyrie becomes available and the Lakers can get him for D'Lo and like Rui or something, the Lakers will do it. I really do. If Lakers do trade in the deadline, only makes us better. Yeah, that's the point. If they're going to trade for somebody, then trade somebody that makes us better. Guy might manic personality disorder. I mean, you never know. Like I said, I don't like to speculate on people's issues. I have no idea. I think we need one more vet guy on the team. I've said that. I really want like a veteran center or just like a Jared Dudley guy. I really do. Would you trade for DeRozan if he becomes available, and who would you let go? So I have said this. I honestly believe DeMar DeRozan will be a Laker at some point, and I wouldn't be shocked if they trade for him this year. I think DeMar DeRozan is the most realistic, like star, quote unquote, that would come that the Lakers could obtain. Because if Chicago is terrible, they're probably going to want to trade DeMar DeRozan and not lose him for nothing. DeMar DeRozan wants to go to the Lakers. The Lakers would like DeMar DeRozan, and he kind of solves a lot of what the Lakers' issues are, like over-the-top shooting, game closing, scorer, guy that closed down the stretch, which DeMar DeRozan has been either the best closer or top 3 in the entire league the last few years. So he fixes a lot of stuff. And if that happened, it would be something like D'Lo, and I don't know if you could trade D'Lo straight up for DeMar because I think there's like a $10 million gap, but it would be something like D'Lo and, like Shafino and something like, a couple of contracts just to stack you there. I still can't get over how Seawood sets his screens. Habitually, he habitual line stepper. I think Max Christie's ceiling is higher than Austin Reeves. It is, absolutely. It is. Max Christie, Max Christie has like superstar star potential. Austin Reeves, I think he's closer to a finished product, but he's also like 25. So, but anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. We've been streaming for a long time with the live game stream and then this stream. I really thank you all so very much for hanging out with me. You guys are awesome. I'm glad to have the streams back. I'm glad that we're talking and breaking stuff down and having these talks. I'm still like 17 subscribers away. So if you haven't subscribed and you're watching this live stream, subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, don't forget to like the video on your way out. It really does help me out a lot. And I'm pumped for the next game, pumped for the season. And we got a lot to get into. But anyway, again, appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome.